do these free reset tricks every 6 months to reach 500,000 miles. Most cars don't die because the parts wear out. They die because drivers never learn the simple resets that keep them alive. And here's the kicker, you'll never see these in your manual. Car makers want you back in the showroom and dealers want you back in their shop. But today, I'm showing you the free reset tricks they don't want you to know. Do these every 6 months and cruise past 500,000 miles. First up, the brain wipe that recovers lost performance in minutes. Reset number 12, ECU memory clean. Your car's ECU, the brain of the entire system, remembers everything. Every throttle press, every weird sensor reading, every hiccup. Over time, it clogs itself with junk memory. The result? Ghost check engine lights, rough idle, sluggish throttle, and worse fuel economy. And no, the dealer doesn't fix it with magic diagnostics. They usually just reset the memory and charge you $150 for it. Here's how to do it yourself for free. Disconnect the battery. First the negative, then the positive. Now touch the cables together for 15 seconds. This drains the leftover charge hiding in the system. Leave them disconnected for 15 minutes. When you reconnect, start the car and let it idle for 5 minutes. What happens? The ECU forgets all the bad habits and relearns clean data. It's like a brain reboot. The throttle feels sharper, the idle smooths out, and the random warning lights vanish. Pro tip, jot down your radio presets before you do this. Wiping memory also wipes your stereo settings, and nobody wants to spend an hour reprogramming stations just to get smooth throttle again. If the engine feels new but the shifts still argue, retrain the transmission next. Reset number 11, transmission shift relearn. If your car jerks like it's having mood swings between gears, you're probably already bracing for a $4,000 transmission rebuild. But here's the reality. Most of the time, nothing's broken. Your transmission control module just got stuck with bad driving data. Dealers know this. They'll hook up a scanner, clear the data, and happily charge you $150. But you can reset it yourself in your driveway in under 20 minutes. Here's how. Turn the key to the on position without starting the engine. Push the accelerator pedal all the way down and hold it for about 20 seconds. While you're still holding, switch the ignition off. Release the pedal, then wait 2 minutes. Now restart the engine and drive it gently, like a grandma who just found out her insurance premiums doubled for the next 15 minutes. What you've done is force the transmission to dump its old, glitchy data and relearn from scratch. Suddenly, the car shifts smoother, holds gears properly, and responds the way it should. All without a mechanic, all without a bill. If you've ever wondered why some cars feel buttery smooth at 200,000 miles while others feel like they're kicking between shifts at 80,000, this reset is usually the difference. Quick pit stop here. 80% of you watching right now aren't subscribed. If you've made it this far, you're clearly into saving money and keeping your car alive, so hit that subscribe button. It means a lot, and it helps me keep making these videos for you instead of leaving all the secrets to the mechanics. Smooth gears but laggy throttle, resync your pedal so the engine actually hears you. Reset number 10, throttle pedal reset. Ever press the gas and feel like the car is second guessing you? That hesitation, that lag, it's usually not the engine's fault. It's the throttle pedal and throttle body falling out of sync. In simple terms, your foot is saying go, but the engine's hearing maybe. The fix is stupidly easy. With the key in the on position but the engine off, press the accelerator pedal all the way down and hold for 5 seconds. Release it slowly, not like a mousetrap snapping shut. Repeat this 3 times in a row. After the last one, switch the key off, wait 10 seconds, then start the car normally. That's it. You've just retaught the ECU your pedal's full range. From a featherlight tap to flooring it in frustration, the computer now understands exactly what your foot is asking for. The result? Smoother acceleration, sharper response, and even better MPG. Dealers often turn this into a diagnostic calibration service for a nice fat fee. Don't fall for it. Do it yourself, and you'll be amazed how much smoother your daily drive feels. Now that response is fixed, let's monitor health the smart way. Your MPG never lies. Reset number 9, MPG tracking reset. Think of your fuel economy as your car's report card. It never lies. When your MPG suddenly drops, that's your car whispering, hey, something's wrong. The tragedy is, most drivers don't even notice until a spark plug is fried, an injector is clogged, or a sensor sensor is dying. By then, the repair isn't cheap. The free reset is simple. Every time you fill up, reset your trip meter. At the next fill, divide the miles driven by the gallons or liters you added. Write it down in a notebook, or better yet, log it in a free app. Doesn't matter how you track it, as long as you do it consistently. Here's the payoff. When your MPG starts to nosedive, you'll spot it early, before the problem snowballs into a 4-figure repair. A clogged filter, weak spark, or dirty injector will show itself first in your MPG log. Catch it early and you fix it cheap. Ignore it and it eats your wallet alive. It's like stepping on a bathroom scale. You might not love the number, but it keeps you honest. Reset your MPG, tracking every fill, and you'll catch problems months, sometimes years, before they become disasters. If steering feels heavy, the next reset lightens the wheel without touching the pump. Reset number 8. Power steering fluid, check. You turn the wheel, it feels heavy, and immediately you think, pump's dying. Cue panic. But 9 times out of 10, it's not the pump at all. It's just tired, dirty, or low power steering fluid. Here's the reset. At every oil change, pop the hood and check your reservoir. If the fluid looks cloudy, burnt, or just plain low, top it off. But here's the trap. Don't grab just any red liquid that looks close enough. Some cars use automatic transmission fluid, others use specific power steering fluid. Mix the wrong ones and you've basically sent your seals a death warrant. Bad fluid chews through seals, overheats the pump, and before you know it, you're wrestling the wheel like you're driving a semi with no assist. That repair bill? It'll hurt more than the steering ever did. The right move is simple. Always use exactly what your manual calls for, nothing else. 1 minute of checking, 1 bottle of the correct fluid, and you've just saved yourself $1,000. Dealers don't stress this reset because failed pumps mean more parts sold, but now you know better. Fluids checked. Now protect tires and suspension with a 2-minute routine most drivers skip. And reset number 7, tire pressure reset. Tires are like shoes for your car. Run them too soft and everything wears out faster. Tires, suspension, even fuel economy. Yet most people only check pressure when the light pops up. And by then, the damage is already done. Here's the fix. Every 2 weeks, grab a reliable gauge and check all 4 tires. And don't forget the spare hiding in the trunk. Inflate them to the number on the sticker inside your driver's door, not the number stamped on the tire. That's the maximum it can handle, not the recommended setting for your car. Takes about 2 minutes. The payoff: better fuel economy, smoother handling, and tires that last thousands of miles longer. Skip it, and you're buying new tires early, killing your suspension, and complaining about fuel prices when it's really just your tires robbing you. Fun fact, underinflated tires don't just wear wrong, they get hotter. That heat is what causes blowouts on the highway, which means this little reset isn't just about saving money, it could save your life. It's one of those ridiculously simple resets that nobody talks about, but do it every 2 weeks, and your car will thank you with years of smoother, safer driving. Reset number 6, clutch fluid flush, manual cars, manual drivers. This one's for you. Everyone knows brake fluid needs changing, but what most people miss is that your clutch shares the same kind of fluid and it ages just as fast. Ignore it, and your crisp pedal turns soft and spongy until one day it gives out completely. Here's why. Brake and clutch fluid are hygroscopic. They suck up water from the air over time. That water eats away at metal inside the clutch master and slave cylinders. Once corrosion sets in, you're not looking at a fluid flush anymore. You're looking at a replacement bill north of $900. The reset: every 2 to 3 years, bleed out the old fluid and replace it with fresh. A $10 bottle of the exact brake fluid your manual calls for keeps your clutch sharp and responsive. Dealers love when you forget this one. A spongy clutch means big money in their pocket. But for you, $10, 10 minutes, and a clutch that lasts as long as the car. Under the car for 1 minute saves hundreds. Inspect the tiny boots that guard your axles. Reset number 5, CV boot inspection and grease. Here's the part almost no driver checks, and it's exactly why CV joints fail. Those rubber boots around your axles, they're the only thing keeping grease in and dirt out. Crack one, and your joint goes from perfectly healthy to grinding itself to death in no time. The reset is easy. Twice a year, say every oil change, get under the car or ask your shop to look during a service. Check for cracks, splits, or grease flung around the wheel well. If you see damage, don't wait. Replace the boot immediately and re-grease the joint. Here's the mechanic's secret: CV joints with intact boots and fresh grease can last the life of the car. Ignore the boots and you'll be dropping hundreds on new joints when all that failed was a $20 rubber sleeve. Dealers love when you skip this one because CV joint replacement sounds scary and expensive. In reality, it's one of the most preventable failures on the whole car. While we're hands-on, pop the hood. The cheapest reset can prevent rust and even fire risk. Reset number 4, engine bay cleanout. Pop the hood of most cars and you'll find enough leaves and dirt to build a squirrel's vacation home. It's funny until you realize that debris is quietly killing your car. Moisture-packed leaves speed up rust, mud blocks drainage channels, and enough dry twigs near your hot exhaust can literally turn your engine bay into a fire pit. The fix is simple. Every oil change, give your engine bay a reset. Scoop out the leaves around the windshield cowl. Brush debris off the radiator fins and air intake. Rinse away mud or road salt. If you live somewhere snowy, salt is like acid. It eats metal alive. Ignore it, and you'll be patching holes in your frame within a few winters. Think of this reset like brushing your car's teeth. Skip it, and decay spreads silently. Stay on top of it, and your car stays fresh, safe, and rust-free. Mechanics call it preventive maintenance. I call it not turning your engine bay into a squirrel Airbnb. Clean outside, safe inside. Now test the one fluid most people forget: brake fluid. Reset number 3, brake fluid moisture check. Here's a sneaky one. Brake fluid doesn't last forever. It absorbs moisture over time, which lowers its boiling point. That means under heavy braking, the fluid literally boils, creating bubbles that kill your stopping power. Dealers love this one because most people never check it until the pedal goes soft. Here's the reset. Every 2 years, test your brake fluid with a $20 moisture tester. Dip the probe, press the button, and if it shows over 3% water content, flush the system. Fresh .3, 4, or 5.1, whatever your manual calls for, keeps your brakes sharp and safe. It's a 10-minute job that can save your life. Ignore it and one day you'll press the pedal in an emergency and it'll sink straight to the floor. Brakes set, time to help your engine breathe. A loose filter can sand it from within. Reset number 2, AR filter reseating. Engines breathe and the air filter is the lung protector. Over time, filters clog or even sit loose after a sloppy install. That lets dirt slip past, sanding down your engine from the inside. The reset: every 6 months, pull the filter. If it's packed with dust, replace it. If it's reusable, give it a clean. More importantly, check the seal around the filter box. Make sure it's seated tight. Even a tiny gap is enough to let in dirt that wears rings and valves. Dealers rarely check this carefully because selling you a new filter every service is more profitable than making sure the old one is sealed right. Air sorted. Now kill electrical gremlins at the source with a 2-minute terminal clean. Reset number 1, battery terminal clean and reset. A car can have a brand new battery and still refuse to start, all because of dirty terminals. That crusty white-green fuzz on the post block's current strains the alternator and throws off sensor readings. The reset is easy. Every 6 months, pop the hood and inspect the terminals. If they're corroded, scrub them with a toothbrush dipped in baking soda and water. Rinse, dry, then coat with dielectric grease or petroleum jelly to stop future buildup. It's the cheapest reset in the book, but it solves half the mystery electrical gremlins drivers pay dealers hundreds to diagnose. And there you go, 12 free resets you can knock out every 6 months. No fancy tools, no dealer visits, no wallet pain. Skip them, and sure, your car might limp to 150,000 miles, but do them, and you'll be one of the rare drivers cruising toward 500,000 miles without a single major repair.